9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get into the TipTut zone.
Hello everybody. Hello, welcome to the live stream. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're feeling well. It's a chill Friday afternoon. We are doing some drawings today. Hello Mr. Mero, Ali Kagri, Jonathan Wolf, maybe Sharma. Hello my friend, thank you so much for being a long time member. It's good to see you. Tim Fitzgerald, welcome to the live stream. Thank you again for being a member. Real Lurking Hours stream is on mute because I'm at work. No worries at all. Today we are just drawing pictures, so talking to me is not mandatory. Especially if you're at work. Make sure you're being sneaky and no one finds out. It's H Videos. Welcome to the live stream. How's it going? Ascent Media. What's good? Yeah, so I'm working on a commissioned Photoshop piece today. as you can see, it's like a big panorama of a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons characters in a pub, and we're drawing them like one by one. So I've started a couple already off stream. We've got Yumpo, the hippo chef. That's him there. There's Sif, the spectral barman. I've drawn a few little items like a crystal unicorn, a broomstick of flying, things like that. A couple of blacksmiths, who you can't really tell they're blacksmiths really, but that's what the characters are. We've got MF Doom in the background there. He's drinking some Umberly wine. And we're going to go through and we're going to just draw a couple of these characters today. I'm not sure how far we're going to get or anything like that, but hopefully it'll be fun. There is a straw poll in the pinned comment where you can vote for which character you would like us to draw today. And hopefully we'll get a few votes on that and see. At the moment we've got a couple of votes. Jolly Mustache Man, Keg Boys, MF Doom. Those are the votes at the moment. But there is a link right at the top, right up there. The pinned link on the straw poll. If you vote on that, then we can pick a character. Animation Station, welcome to the live stream, my friend. Thank you so much for being a member. Hope you are well. Maybe Shama says, love the artwork. Thanks so much, man. Me too. I'm quite happy with this. I'm quite happy with how it came out. And we're good. So I'm going to get started drawing one of these characters, and we'll wait for a few of the votes to come in on the straw poll, and then we'll pick one from that list. So I think I'm going to start nice and simple, and we're going to start with let's start just doing this little beholder in the background whilst we warm up. That'll be our little warm up, I think. So I've separated out all these characters onto different layers, and I've named them so that I can easily find what I need. And ones which I have done, I'm just going to lock off as well. So I've already done the sketching, because you guys don't want to watch me sketch stuff out when I'm not very good at it. So we've locked off the beholder's layer. I'm just going to make him slightly more invisible than he is right now. And I think what I'm going to do is just hide Kegwin at least, so that I can easily see everything in the beholder. Josh Cohen says, I can't pay too much attention because of work, but I'll be lurking around. No worries, Josh. Make sure you vote in that straw poll at the top in the pinned comment to see what character we're going to be drawing today before you leave. Peter Whitfield, welcome so much. Welcome so much. Welcome, and thank you so much for being a member. What is Dungeons and Dragons? I don't know, mate. I have no idea what Dungeons and Dragons is. Apparently it's a game that nerds play. And I'm not a nerd, so I don't know. I don't know what that means. I'm just going to hide the background so that I'm working on a slightly easier to see section there. Alright, so we're starting off with this beholder while we get warmed up, and then in the straw poll there is a vote. Make sure you vote in that straw poll and you'll see which character we'll be working on next. I've given them funny names because that's kind of the only way to identify them before they're drawn properly. So pick the name that you think is funniest, essentially. And this beholder, I've realised, looks like the aliens from The Simpsons. The ones that always try and enslave Earth in the Halloween specials. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but I do kind of love it. So we're sticking with it, essentially. And that's kind of it. That's all there is for the stream today. It's going to be a nice chill little artwork stream, hopefully. Voted, nice one. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Maybe Sharma. Pete, make sure you vote. Animation Station, make sure you vote. Tip Titans go, indeed. Is it a custom brush? Yes, this is a pack by Kyle T. Webster called Manga Brushes. And the brush I'm using is Newsprint Grit. So it's like a very hard, chunky, pixelated brush that I just love the look of. I think it looks great. It gives this like varied, crunchy line that I just can't get enough of. So yes, I love it. This guy needs a slit eye rather than a round eye, I think. I don't know what I was thinking when I gave him a round eye. Or a round pupil, at least. What was I thinking? Give him a nice chunky side of his head there. I'm going to bring the background back in temporarily, so I can see if, yeah, the line work kind of goes to the edge there, so that's fine. We'll just use the colour to make sure that we're going right up to the edges that we do need. And making sure I remember to connect all these elements as well. Nice one, Animation Station. Thank you so much for voting. Keg Boys. Yeah, I do want to do the Keg Boys. I think that's going to be my vote. I get to vote as well because it's my live stream, so why not? We're warming up with the Beholder because it's a nice quick warm up character. And then we'll be moving on to the one that you guys vote. And depending on how long that takes, we shall see whether we get another one done today as well. Gotta make sure this guy looks lumpy. I kind of picture them like the Kako demons from Doom. In my brain, that's what they look like. So you can see we've got all these characters. All these characters that we're drawing. Keg Boys, Kegwin and Co. They're right there. Would probably make sense to do them next anyway. But we'll see what people vote for. That's the important thing. So we've got our line work now. We don't need the guides anymore. We're just going to put a colour base layer in. And I found a nice colouring technique that works well for this style I'm going for here. Ali Al Talib, welcome to the live stream, my friend. Thank you so much for being a long-standing member of the channel. What colour are beholders? Are they red? Or are they a bunch of different colours in D&D? All I know is they're on the cover of the monster manual and they're kind of like a greyish black, you know? I think I want greyish black though, but he is in shadow, so he'll probably look greyish black anyway. So maybe I'll choose like a nice dark red. Or a reddish brown. No, it needs to be more red than that, doesn't it? Yeah, that's a good colour. Something like that. Bosh. Ali Al Talib, there is a pinned comment at the top of the chat window. Make sure you vote for which character you'd like me to draw first. Currently we are drawing a beholder. But we're doing that as a warm-up. And then after the warm-up... That's a bit dark, isn't it? Should we change that colour? After the warm-up, we'll be doing the character that people have voted for. So make sure you voted. Just lighten that up a bit. Yeah, that looks better. And increase the saturation. Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. Bish bash bosh. You're in the live stream. All the colours? Definitely all the colours. Do they come in like, is it like colour coded for strength? Like red beholders are stronger than green beholders. I don't know. I'm not brushed up on my beholder lore. I want to get his eye looking freaky deaky, so we're probably going to have some nice adjustment layers going on that. If I get my way. So I've found a new technique. I mean, I don't found it. It's new to me. Where I do a base color layer, which is super flat, and then using a bunch of different blending modes on shadows and highlights, you can make them look like pretty much blended into the world, which is pretty cool. I'm going to turn on. I've got these 3 layers down here, look, different colored layers, and I can use them if I change this one to a more suitable like blue for contrast. I can toggle these off to depending on which color I'm working on to more easily see whether or not I've colored it properly. For example, here I'm going to need to give him a white or whitish eye. So if I had a white background behind it, it would be kind of hard to see whether I've painted it correctly. So we toggle that off and we've got a big nice bold blue background to work with. And I know that that's looking good. And then when we turn the real background on, they're all hidden anyway. So Just with those toggles, it's a nice simple way to see all the correct colours and everything. I'm going to need a super dark jellyfish. Remember that song? Super dark jellyfish, is that it? No, super fast jellyfish. I'm going to need a super dark red for the inside of his mouth, is what I was going to say. Oh, this song's a banger as well. Jamming along with the TipTut. Yeah, this pub's fucking filthy. That's what this beholder's thinking. Nice, that's looking pretty good. Pretty good actually, I'm quite happy with this so far. So, nice basic flat colours there for the beholder. Mindlaw, what is up my friend? Welcome to the live stream. How you doing? I think I want to give this guy like a viciously red eye. Just like super bright. And usually I don't, but this time I'll pop it on its own layer so that I can easily colour it if I want to. Different colours. Gosh. And with the technique that I've developed, it doesn't matter if I do it on a separate layer, because all the shading and stuff is done with adjustment layers anyway, so you can really easily change what's going on in your designs, which is hella useful. So I'm just mainly worried about value, as in amount of light, and then we can tweak the actual colours to our heart's content. So I might like chuck in a few flickers of yellow or something in there. Like that. And then we'll get purest white for the highlight, obviously. Even brighter than the eyeball itself, so you could even extend that highlight out past the iris if you wanted to. But we'll save that for the actual layers. And does that red look good? I don't know, we'll find out I suppose. So now that I've got the base colours down, I can turn on the real background. Whoosh. Pop it back on. You can see he's like hiding, peeking out of the corner. I will try, I think, even though they're little, I will try and add some of this to these eyes too. Otherwise it's just going to look wrong, isn't it? So we'll just add just a little bit. I've been good, Mindlaw, thank you. You're not late, don't worry about it. Like, you've missed me colouring in this one dude. You haven't missed much. Don't you worry. This song is such a banger, I love it. Got Toff Nod and Longlet. Ali Kagri, how can I speak English? You're doing it right now. Oh my god. If you mean learn English, I don't know. I know a lot of people watch shows that they like in that language, you know, and then that helps. Right, so the shading, you go to color shade, you name a new layer, color shade, and I've figured out that if you turn it to soft light and use the same gray as I did for the line work, just quickly save. So using the same gray for the line work on soft light creates a real nice shadow, and it adapts to the color that's below it. So you only have to color it in once. So you can see that same color has got like a nice, slightly darker pink on the eyeball, but like a real nice dark red for the rest of the body. So he doesn't really look like he's situated in the world yet because of the big flat colours. But you can see like over here on Yumpo, for example, we've got that shading down the centre of his body because he's got lights behind him. Highlights along the edge of his body, and then like a rim light on the strokes because he's got two lights right behind him. So I need to do the shading based on where the character is in the environment. And in this environment, he's like pretty much fully hidden in shadow. So what it's probably going to be, I'll take it one chunk at a time. There's definitely like darkness here. And what you can also do is if you select color base like that, that'll stop you going outside of the bounds of the character as well, but still stuck on the color shade layer. That's going to be pretty much fully undercover. In fact, I think pretty much all of this is going to be in shade, apart from I'll leave a little rim down the bottom and a little bit here and a little bit there because he's kind of like peeking out. Whereas the rest of this is then going to be in darkness. And I could fill this in, but I kind of enjoy just scribbling. So I could use the paint bucket tool, but it's more fun to just colour it in. And the good news is, because it's a mask, if there's any bit here which I don't like, I can go to my eraser brush and I can just add in those highlights back in by just erasing, which is nice. Okay, so on top of that color shade layer, I then do a color light layer. And for this one, we change it to overlay. Flip the colors with X, so you can see that I've got two colors down here, black and white, or nearly black and white. Painting overlay adds a nice highlight, but it also adds highlights to the shaded areas. So for example, we could make his eye look wet. By bringing in loads of light to those areas. And also bringing in some sliminess to the teeth. And even if you just drag down like this, it can make it look like he's drooling a little bit. You know? If you wanted to, you're like, oh, okay, I did actually want to add in some drool. You can go back to the color base layer, pick out like a blue drooling color, reduce the opacity of the brush because it's liquid, so it should be a bit see-through. And you could just like that all the way down. If you're not sure if that's going to work, you stick it on its own layer, call it drool. Now it's on its own layer, and you can add the drool in. Like so. I've got this brush set to dissolve as well, which does different things with opacity. So you'd stick this drool in like this. And I think, no, that doesn't look good. He's a monster. He should probably have different coloured drool. So you could just do that. And then reduce the layer, the entire layer's opacity. And now he's drooling green. And when you go back to your colour lights and stuff like that, you're all good to go. Kadala, what is up, my friend? Welcome to the live stream, and thank you so much for being a member as well. Dynamite Koala says, I'm your #1 fan, TipTut. Oh, I'm not sure about that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's very kind. Astrog Womp, welcome to the live stream. Looks good. In a class right now, but can't wait to check this out later. Yeah, we're live for 3 hours, so don't panic, my friend. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time to watch the live stream. So as you can see, I can really easily bring in and add light depending on where these characters are sitting, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Even just a little things like along the line of his lips or eye, creases underneath the sections of the eye and stuff like that. So, final step, once you've added all these colors and shades and highlights in and things like that, there's a final layer on top called rim light, and you only really need this if there's a strong light reflecting off the character, but essentially we control click to take our black lines, and with the same white brush you look around to see if there's any light coming strongly from anywhere. There's a little bit of light coming from over here and a little bit coming from the other side, but I think none of it would touch anything that's hidden, but we might just rim light the edges of his eyes here. Maybe some reflective rim light off of his eyeball, like so. And it starts to like creep around the edges as he peeks out into the light. So that adds just a nice final little touch. And then that's all of the colour for the beholder done. My final step to make him look like he's embedded into the environment is I draw a little box over him, like so. And I give that little box a gradient. So I'm going to move it out of the way, but now I know it's the right size. I need to rewatch this and take this color slow as I can. If people like this, I can do a little video that shows specifically just that process, or you can clip me talking about it at any point during this stream. Papa Tut is generous. 3 hours. Yeah, thanks. 3 hours. Well, it's how I like to spend a Friday afternoon, so it's no great drama for me to sit here and doodle pictures, you know. So I give this box a gradient, and I take the light of this gradient and I take a look at a dark shadow, and I take the other end of the gradient and I take a look near the environment what the lightest color is, so probably the light from this barrel, and that gives us a gradient overlay that is subjective to where it is in the artwork. Oh god, something happened there that was weird. Let's just save before before that breaks everything. Then control click everything. Color base, shift click the draw, the eye, the color shade, the color light, the line, and the rim light, and that gives us a perfect outline of our entire character. Taking the gradient overlay, you can then click the mask button, which will mask to the same shape of our character. And I've found that hard light works pretty well. And you reduce the opacity until you get colors that make him look like he's in the world. Like that. Final step is to take your whole folder of the character of the beholder. I'm just going to reduce his opacity entirely and place a mask on the layer. And then we can come in, and using our mask we can just tidy up the very edges to make sure that he's not peeking out anywhere that he shouldn't. Like here, for example, we've got the edge of the wall and he's overlapping that, and it makes it look weird. Okay. Then we drag the opacity back up, and voila, there he is in the world. Now you can start tweaking, because if you zoom out, you'll see whether or not you think he looks like he's actually in there. Now this guy is unique because he's hidden underneath a like a barrier. So it might be that hard light doesn't work as well. First of all, we should need to switch the gradient around because it's the wrong way, which makes him look immediately better. And we can reduce the opacity of that until essentially all this does is take your colors which aren't embedded into the environment and recolors them so it looks like the light's reflecting off them a little bit. Does that make sense? Could you possibly do this on an in-depth tutorial? Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not really my wheelhouse, but I'll happily make a video on it, see if anyone likes it, essentially. There's so many more people in the world that are like way better than me at this, if that makes sense. I just need to make sure I'm doing this on the right mask, which I was not just then. So there we go, we've tidied up the beholder a little bit. Cool. So that is looking pretty good. There he is in his environment. For this extra one specifically, I'm going to take the color shade layer, and I'm actually just going to paint a little bit of a shadow underneath there and see if that looks any good. Oops. Just because he's peeking out. It looks okay, but none of the other characters have it, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that. I think that looks fine without it. And voila. So as you can see, when you zoom out a little bit, it does look like he's more embedded into the environment there than it does without this blending, which is nice. It's a nice thing. Just going to make sure I'm hiding him properly, like that. Cool. And there we go. We have our beholder added to this massive, massive scene that we're working on. Oh, sorry, I've missed some comments here. I'm going to try and catch up with them. There's a few more people than I'm used to. We've had about 20 people, now there's 30. So Am I using any tabs? Yes, I'm using a Wacom Cintiq Pro. There might be in this description, there may not be, links to Amazon pages with these on, and I get a bit of commission if you buy that. So, Wacom Cintiq Pro. I use Blender for the 3D background. That's what I made this background in, Blender. It's fucking great. I love it. Blueberry Gacha, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing well. Sammy Joe says, TipTut, you rock. You rock, Sammy Joe. Thank you. Shalea, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Blender is great. Definitely install Blender and learn it. I built this background in Blender. It's very cute. I like it a lot. So that's the process that I've been using to make characters for this little world. What we have at the top of the chat is a straw poll showing who people want me to draw today. And at the moment, it seems to be a toss-up between the Jolly Mustache Man, the Keg Boys, and the Private Dick, which is hilarious. And the Jolly Mustache Man is this boy over here. He's very fat and jolly. The Keg Boys are hidden at the moment. There they are. They're these animated kegs that distribute beer and get drunk. And the Private Dick is this guy sitting on the chair with the shades and the long trench coat. So, you've got a couple more minutes to vote whilst I set up the layers. Click the pinned comment, vote in the straw poll. You can vote multiple times. And we'll see. But I've just finished the beholder. I need to make sure that you can see here this unicorn is in front of the kegs, which is incorrect. So we'll need to fix that. And now Photoshop is freaking out once more, so we will fix that as well. So the unicorn statue here needs to go below at least the beholder. Yes, which doesn't make much sense because the beholder's behind him, but it does put it behind Kegwin and Co. Kegwin is the name of the animated keg. The Private Dick looks sus. You can't say Private Dick in the comments because YouTube thinks you're swearing. Starry Teachy, hello, welcome to the live stream, my friend, and thank you so much for being a Tip Titan and a member. I love it. Yes, Private Dick. Private Dick is slang for private investigator. Dick is short for detective. It's a real thing. I'm not swearing. YouTube, I'm not swearing. There are other words which I say which are swearings. But Private Dick is not one. He does look very sus though. Oh wow, Andrew Hammond. Thank you so much, my friend, for becoming a Tip Titan and joining the TipTut zone. Very kind of you. Your shout outs will begin right now because I'm shouting you out immediately and saying thank you. But also, every tutorial video that comes out on a Monday, you'll get a shout out too. So thank you so much for doing that. Welcome to the TipTut zone. Start spamming those special TipTut emoticons as well. Okay, I'm closing the voting. The poll is now closed. It looks like Private Dick is up first. Unbelievably. Who'd have thunk it? For $2 a month, how can I not? It's not that bad a deal for all the content he puts out. Thank you so much, Andrew Hammond. That's really generous of you. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you join the Discord as well and hang out with all the other Tip Titans. All right, so we are drawing we're drawing the Private Dick first, which is great. So I'm just going to start hiding all these other layers because it slows it down a lot. So Gensai couple is done. We can lock that. Hide it, 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 hide it. Chuck the Goblin, hide him as well. Let's leave Vincent Trench. That's his name, Vincent Trench. And Yumpo. So now Vincent Trench is alone in the pub. He looks a lot more lonely than he should. And I'm about a third of the way through the characters, so I'm going to save it as a new file, and we'll just call it pub v1. There we go. So the Private Dick has run out. Vincent Trench is who we are drawing first. So same process as we did with the Beholder, but this one's a little bit more involved because he's a full character. So we'll turn his opacity down. we'll turn on the white background and hide the other background, and then we're good to go. We'll start a new layer called line. Nice. It's a toss-up involving a private dick. I don't know what you're talking about, Ali. Stop being rude. Yeah, dick. It's short for detective. It's a real thing. It's like, hey, see, I'm a private dick. That's what I do. I work. It's from that era of films. It is hilarious, though. Good. Here we go. There's a Discord? Yes, there is a Discord. On your membership channel, there's a link to a Discord now that you're a member, and it's awesome. Ahmed says, hello, I hope this is well. Who's this commissioned for? It's actually commissioned for... I don't know. But they are in the chat, so if they don't mind saying, they can pop up right now and say that I'm making it for them. Which is great. There he is, Ali Al-Talib. It's for him. It's for Ali Al-Talib, everyone. He's a member and a friend, and he commissioned this from me. So yes, here we go, private dick. How am I going to start him? Let's start his face. Face seems like a good way to start. I'm on size 10 brush, which is too big. I need to be on size 7. Got to do those reflections in the sunglasses, otherwise you're not a cool dude. I think he needs a bit more of a shaped nose, so we'll give him that, and we'll give him a big frown line, and we'll also give him furried brows as he's trying his darndest to steal a mug of beer from Kegwin. And I have to remember that I'm not just tracing these lines, I'm trying to add more detail as I go. He needs stubble, doesn't he? All private detectives have stubble. I'll indicate it a bit in black, but I'll draw it in colour. Remind me if I forget that I'm giving this guy stubble, okay? Nice one, Andrew. Calaraxi, welcome to the Discord. Good man. Is it for a game or for a show? It is for a game. They've been playing a Dungeons & Dragons campaign for years now, and it's coming to a close soon, so he's commissioned me to draw all of the player favourite NPCs, as well as the player characters as well, which I'm doing last because I'm scared to do them. I need to know what a trilby looks like. Trilby. They look like that. Let's screenshot that quick. And I'll paste him. Oh! That's a big trilby. That is a big old heckin' trilby. Let's scale him down a bit. There we go. So there's like a little lump at the front and a fold down the middle and a rim. So it's a bit taller than in the sketch. And there would be a crease down the middle like that. And then there's usually a divot that indicates something like this. Yes, but a little bit higher up. That's a bit too low. Let's shimmy it. Nice. And then the rim, it looks like is like it curls up a bit. So kind of like a cowboy hat, but more round. That's what I'm taking from that. Search Knights of Troll Skull. Yeah, that's the name of their group. The campaign is Waterdeep. An official campaign, I think, from Wizards of the Coast. I think it's official. Is it official? Waterdeep? Yeah. I mean, I know the city is, but is it like... Is the campaign official? That upturned lip looks a little bit weird, but I'm going to live with it for now, I think. He needs like a chiseled jaw, but I want to give him funny pursed lips as he smokes his pipe. Like that. He's a simple man. You have no idea even how to think about D&D. D&D is so much fun and it's really easy. The only difficult thing is running the campaign, which only one person has to worry about. So playing D&D is super simple and super fun. Sammy Joe, as a beginner, I love watching you. I wish I could do this, trying to learn. Me too. I'm still learning as well. Like, this is absolutely not what I do for a living. What I do for a living is graphic design. But this is super fun. So if anybody wants to commission a silly drawing from me, I'd love to give it a go. Great. All right, so here we go. Do I like his hunchback? I kind of do. He's channeling me at the moment. He's just got an absolutely vicious hunchback. I've modelled him on myself. My hunch is terrible. Need to make sure we're getting that like upturned collar look with a few lines, because I don't really want loads of detailed line work because he's in the background, so it would call too much attention to him. Now, like the classic coat, the classic trench coat, I'm thinking like Constantine, you know? This guy is basically Constantine in my head canon. So do they have like cuffs? Yeah, they do. They have cuffs. So this looks a bit posh. Constantine's one is a bit more knackered. But it's good for a reference. Because already I've forgotten the big triangular collar things, which are like a classic visual. So you never stop learning. You're 100% correct, Animation Station. You never ever stop learning. Hat, coat, lines. There we go. So I need to incorporate these extra collar bits in. So when that is flipped up, if it was flipped up, would it look like that? It would, wouldn't it? Put those below the line. Yes. So that's an easy peasy fix. We can fix that. We can just have this tuck in a little bit and then swing out a little bit there. So bosh bosh. And if we lasso instead of erasing, we should get harder edges, because these pixel brushes have got super hard edges. So we can turn off anti-aliasing here, and then that'll allow us to like loop a section and delete it, and we'll get a nice crispy edge, which is great. Because we really need the crispy edges because of the crispy edge brush that we're using. So we'll flop that bit down there as if that was the extra bit of collar poking out, which is good. And then we will add the belt in. And there's big old buttons on the belt. Like this. Oh my god, Andrew Hammond, that is so very generous of you. Says, thanks again, smiley face, looking forward to be continuously inspired. Man, you are such a generous man, honestly. Thank you so much. That's really, really kind of you. It really does. It's like the best way to help keep TipTut alive, if I'm honest. So I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're such a generous person. Wow, I'm just flabbergasted. Very generous of you. Thank you so much. We'll keep learning until full stop. Yeah, exactly. You just keep learning. Maybe Sharma. Very correct. Very, very correct. You never stop learning. And if you do, then you're doing something wrong. In my humble opinion. So let's make sure we include some details on his belt. That'd be nice. And his coat would like crumple in on itself here. But I definitely think it needs to billow more as it comes down. Because then we can have like a nice bit there where it pokes out, which is cool. Now, I've drawn his neck. I think he definitely needs a tie, doesn't he? He needs like a, boop, like a tatty tie that's just hanging down. Can't believe I didn't give him one straight away. But I've given it now, so that's rectified. He needs a bunched up belly shirt. Andrew Hammond says, I'm learning After Effects to make a kids show for my 2-year-old son. Ah, oh, so wholesome. That's so wholesome. I love that a lot. That's really sweet. Bless you. Wow, man. Well done. Well, you'll be pleased to know that here's a super secret thing then. Here's something super secret for you people that tuned in to the live stream. If I can click. Oh, God, I've dragged it to the one bit of the screen where I can't click it. What's this? Oh no, what's this an update of that I'm working on today? That's pretty secret, isn't it? Hopefully you guys will enjoy that little secret project that's coming out over the next few weeks. Intro to Motion Graphics 2021. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, I'd love to see your work. Share it on the Discord. Maybe Sharma is 100% correct. Please do. Borrow My Tips. Hi, how are you? I'm good, Borrow My Tips. Thank you. I've got my own tips, though. I'm TipTut. Videos to help him learn and all that stuff. Yeah, great idea, Angie. You sound like a good dad. All right, sweet. So we've got his tie. We've got his belly. Let's try and draw his back arm. Again, don't want this to be... now cuffs, right? We haven't drawn cuffs. So, oh, guys. My dog's about to go for a walk and she's freaking out. You might hear her getting terribly, terribly excited in the background. I'll see if I can wrangle her so that she can say goodbye. Who wants to see TipTut? Who wants to see TipTut IRL right now? Here we go. You ready? TipTut, quit growling. I'm going to come grab you. Hello, baby. Ooh. Say hello to TipTut, everyone. Hello. It is me. What are you going to teach us, Toff? What are you going to teach us? You're going to teach us animation? You're going to teach us how to balk? You're going to teach us how to eat food off the floor? Yeah, probably that last one. Silly dog. Right, there you go. Gotta put that on you. I'm coming back, guys. Don't go anywhere. It's a two-man job or a two-person job to wrangle the dog for their walk. I just had to quickly help my wife do that. Apologies, everyone. She is a good girl. She's not a puppy though, Josh. Like, this is the thing. She's fully grown. She's 2 years old, which is crazy. That's as big as she's ever going to get. Tiny little pooch. Oh my God, Ahmed. I don't know if I missed this when I was wrangling the pooch, or whether it's not come up yet on screen, but $10 from Ahmed. Love your channel and wish only to see it grow. The hidden gem of YouTube. Keep on keeping on. Wow, what a lovely message. I'm blown away by your generosity today, guys. Really, that's so very kind of you, Ahmed. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. It means so much that you guys enjoy what I do, because it's a tough job. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's hard not having a benchmark. I'm so used to having like a clear measure of success, you know, of whether I'm doing well or not doing well, and that just doesn't exist on YouTube. So like getting messages and donations like that it means the world to me. It solves my anxiety for a while, which is like the best gift you could ever give somebody. So I really appreciate that, Ahmed. Thank you so much. It's very generous of you. Josh Cullen says all dogs are puppies regardless of age. This is very true. I completely agree with you there. Well said. Evgen, hey, welcome to the live stream. You did. You're on here right now. Good man. Right, now this hand is going to be very difficult to draw, so I'm going to ignore it for a bit and draw his leg, which is easy to draw. Because that's what you do. When you're struggling with art, you avoid the problem like the plague. I might need to just temporarily bring the background back in. See, because he's sitting on this chair. Sorry, you might have just heard the door going crazy there. Once again, that was my wife wrangling the dog and getting her out of the house. I think these legs are long enough. Yeah, they look fine, didn't they? I may need to move this heel back a bit. And he's going to be in like posh shoes. So let's do that. I want him to be in like scuffed dress shoes, you know. So we are going to have to see just a little bit of his trousers along the top. With the top of the boot like that. That looks good. So we'll cut that off. And because he's a bit of a drunk boy, we'll have him have untied shoelaces. And you can see his other foot behind it there. Like as if he's crossed his feet and he's leaning. Okay, he looks pretty good now. I do not need the coat or hat anymore, so I'll just hide those layers. And we'll delete... Oh, what layer is that on? That's on the line layer. We'll delete that. Wicked. So, just got to draw the hand and the mug of beer. Which is great. Do you have any Blender tutorials? If so, I'll check them out, but where would you recommend someone to go start learning? I recommend you go to Blender Guru. I don't have any Blender tutorials. Oh, wow. Armhead again. Another $10. You're a lovely human being. Oh, and do more D&D commissions. Okay. Yeah, 100%. I'd love to. Wow, man, that is so generous of you. I really, really appreciate that. I've never really had that level of generosity in quick succession, so that's kind of blown me away a little bit. Thank you so much, man. Honestly, like, honestly, that's incredibly generous of you. Wow. Wow, it's too chill. You're not making it chill, Ahmed. You're making me go unchill. This is supposed to be a chill live stream, and here I am getting excited. I can't handle it. It's very kind of you, my man. Wow, honestly, thank you so much. I really appreciate that so much. I cannot draw a hand now. I'm freaking out. Okay, I'm just going to do my best to draw this hand. You'd have like the handle of the mug coming down. There'd be a handle of a mug coming out. His thumb, thankfully, would be tucked away around the back. And we'll draw like a nice big mug. And a couple of indications that his fingers are there. Which is good. And then, man, Jesus, Ahmed. So generous of you. Okay, I'm gonna focus on doing the drawing now. And we'll just, that's a bit chonk down there, so we'll just cut away some of that chonk. And we will... Bosh! There we go, that looks alright, doesn't it? I think you kind of need to see a bit more of his thumb popping out the top there, so we'll do that. And then we'll just create like a little thin line to show that it's connected. Bish bash bosh bish bosh. Nice. That'll make more sense when it's coloured, because at the moment that kind of looks like a lump in his finger, but it's going to be grey, so it clearly won't be. Ahmed, so generous of you. My cat just walked by. Did anyone see that? Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. Andrew Hammond, I've got to head out, but I look forward to connecting everyone on Discord. Peace, my man. Have a lovely day. I look forward to welcoming you properly later on. Thank you once again. You can chill more if you have a Cash App. Money will come in the background. Yeah, I kind of want it to come in the background. I love when people donate and they get something like a shout out on the stream and stuff like that. Also, it doesn't happen anywhere often enough for it not to be incredible. So, yes. See you later, Andrew Hammond. Love you. Thank you for joining and becoming a Tip Titan. Bye. Love you. Have a great day. Something's janky about that thumb, but I can't tell what it is, so I'm going to ignore it and see if it works when it is in colour. And I think that is the line work done. Hey, look at his face. He looks cool. I like him. Alright, dope. So now we need to do colour base layer. Ali says, when someone gives life to your imagination, it's amazing. Matt, I hope I'm just doing you proud, you know, like I hope I'm drawing what you expected, essentially. Cool. So now that the line work is done, I'm going to try bringing back in the background and a few other characters. Let's bring in the beholder because he's next to him. Let's bring in the unicorn statue because that just helps give me an idea of color, you know, which is quite useful. And I like to start with the biggest part, which in this case is the trench coat, and luckily trench coats like this have a pretty standard colour, a universally recognised colour, so once you get this colour right, it'll inform the rest of the design, hopefully. Let's hide that background again. Makes it a bit easier to see. Wow. I'm just blown away by people's generosity today, it's incredible. Tim Fitzgerald, very noir Spider-Man in Spider-Verse. Oh my god, it is. It's Nick Cage, Spider Noir Spider-Man. Maybe I should draw him in black and white. Oh my god, I love that film so much. When he takes the Rubik's Cube and he's like, I will solve this thing's mysteries. Man, that was like a brilliant example of classic animation techniques as well. They use so much classic animation knowledge in that film. Even down to like when Peter and Miles are learning how to swing together. They're animated on 2s, but Peter is animated on 1 and 3, and Miles is animated on 2s and 4s. So opposite 2s. Which, if you don't do animation, that'll make no sense to you. But what it essentially means is they're slightly out of sync, but then as they learn and grow and like he understands his skills, they move Miles onto 1 and 3s as well, so that him and Peter become physically in sync with the animation as they become more in sync as characters. Like, that film was such a labour of love. And nobody's going to notice that. Even like animators took a while for them to notice it. But like, you just don't do that unless you love what you're making, and that's such an incredible thing to see, and it's why that film is such a masterpiece. Just every frame is just like a labor of love. It's incredible. It's incredible. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's so fucking good. The money in Cash App will be all yours. YouTube takes some from the super chats. Yeah, it does. It does. But you also can't embed it, you know? I'll look into it. Cash App takes a cut as well. Like, everyone takes a cut. You can't avoid people taking their cut. Oh my god, Ahmed. Okay. Matthew is a really great guy. Animation tutorials were an amazing distraction during the pandemic. Oh, thank you so much, my man. It's very kind of you. Shafir, hello. Welcome to the live stream. How are you going? Hope you're doing good. I'm Shafir. My channel name is Shafir Shah Tech. Please support. Now, Shafir, please don't advertise on my channel, especially since you've never come here before and this is your first time. I'm going to give you a pass because I do shout out people that I think are worth shouting out. But seeing as you've just rocked up to my live stream for the first time and asked people to go support your channel, that's no good, my man. If you do it again, I'm going to have to block you. And I don't like doing that. I'm here to celebrate. Those are buckles. They should not be that colour. They should be a nice grey colour. Like the buckle on his pants. When I see an iron knuckle, I'ma buckle up my pants. Have I seen how they animated Miles in the new Spider-Man game with the Spider-Man PS5? No, I haven't. But is it good? I bet it's good. Jonathan Wolf, hey man, welcome to the live stream. Were you here earlier? If not, hey, welcome. It's good to have you here. Skin. Human skin. I am a human. Go get that color tone right. Because it's pretty close to the color tone of the jacket. So we definitely want to make sure that's correct. I'm going to give him like a grizzly beard anyway. But that looks okay. Nice. So Vincent Trench. Investigator extraordinaire. Now listen here, see? You've been causing trouble down in the back streets of Waterdeep. I heard tell of Knights of Trollskull. Nice. Those colours look good? I think they look good, didn't they? Yeah, let's say they look good. Bish bash bosh. Bish bash bosh. Nice. Okay, so here's where it should work. You'll be able to see more that that's part of the mug, not the hand. Because it's going to be in a different colour. So it immediately looks like the handle more. Which is good. Good. Right, any more skin? Any more skin showing? Yeah, that tiny lump there on his neck. The rest of that is the shirt. Should he be wearing socks? Yeah, he should be wearing socks. I mean, that's going to be a different colour. I think Constantine famously wears a red tie. Is that right? That could be a little Easter egg. Red or black, isn't it, usually? The name's John Constantine. I'm making deals with the devil. Yeah, it's usually black or red. That's the classic. So let's just add that reference in, if Ali Al-Talib doesn't mind. Reference to my favourite character. Oh, we're going to use the same red as over here to make our lives a bit easier. That's a bit too bright. Needs to be a bit darker. Maybe something like that. Ah, that's much better, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice. And we need a white as well for his shirt. So we'll make that a slightly off-white with a touch of red in it. Mostly so that I can see it against the background without swapping layers. But that's fine. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? And I think he'd be wearing just like dark grey trousers, wouldn't he? Maybe we can add a touch of blue. Does that look okay? Yeah, that looks okay. Nice. Nice. Got the tip of his trousers down there, and the rest is shoe colour, so we'll make those definitely a different colour. And I think we'll give him a brown belt. Maybe like that. Yeah. Does his belt in this? Yeah, let's do the buckle of his belt the same colour too. And should these be brown? Yeah, those should be brown. They look a bit nicer brown. All the straps on the coat and stuff are usually the same colour on a trench coat. Apart from the buckles and things. So yeah, that looks good. His shirt's a little bit pink, isn't it? But maybe it'll look better in context anyway. His trilby, then. His trilby should be brown. Because you don't want too many colours on a character. That helps with characterization. So we'll give him a brown trilby. Like this. But then we'll add in a red rim. How does that look? Does that look good or does that look dumb? No, it makes him look a hipster. He looks like a hipster. God damn it, Vincent Trench. How about instead you have a blue trilby and it has a brown rim. Oops. You fucking hipster. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, and maybe we can do the underside of the rim brown as well. Like the folded up rim. Yeah, that looks good. Nice. There you go. He looks less like a hipster now, but I kind of like that he's now a hipster. Hipster private dick. Oh yeah, cool, Tim. So the thing is with Miles in PS5 Spider-Man with the Spider-Verse costume, the game runs at 60, but they animate the Spider-Verse costumes at 30 on 2s to make it more like the film. Yeah, that's fucking great. It's actually only 15 frames per second. It would have been better if they animated it on 2s at 24 FPS, which is the technically correct frames per second, but even so, that's fucking incredible. I love it. But yeah, those films and that link to it in the game, that's great. I love that a lot. Cool. So hair, pipe, shades. Oh, and stubble. I was going to give him stubble, wasn't I? Let's make his shades the same color as the hat, because they're just going to be like dark, aren't they? Which is cool. So we'll just do that. Shing! And we'll add some highlights to them with the highlight layers. Has anyone seen the behind the scenes of Soul? I haven't, but I imagine it's dope. Because that was a good film. I enjoyed it. The 2D animation of the characters in Soul was very cool. I'm just trying to find a nice blonde that isn't too similar to the trench coat for his hair. You know? All you need to do is eyebrows too. Nice. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to break my own rules and I'm going to give him stubble on a different layer. Because I'm not sure how I want to do it yet. I'm not sure whether I want to speckle yellow stubble about. They might just look like spots. Or whether I want to just delete that layer. Add in a new stubble layer. And change it to multiply. Like that. What do you guys think? That's a bit strong, but if we reduce the opacity a bit, that could work quite well. Do you think that works? I don't know if that works. I think it will work when the shadows come along. And I also think it will work if we add some more yellow into it. Colorize, yellow, highly saturated, lightness. Yeah, banging. That is great. Cool, 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 cool. Brown pipe, I think. Didn't you guys? Do you guys think brown pipe? Yeah, brown pipe. Nice. So the only other bit is the mug. I'm not sure if I want to do the colours on this layer. I think I will. Yeah, but let's do his shoes first. And his shoes I want to be like a shiny black. So we'll just take the same grey as his trousers and paint those in, and we'll add loads of reflections on the other layers. we've got that. His soles of his shoes, however, will make wicked dark. Almost the same. Actually, might as well make it the same colour as the outline. Make our lives a little bit easier. And I think some red socks, just to show off how flamboyant he is. Why not? Boom. Vincent Trench, everyone. Let's colour in his mug and be done with it. I want this to be kind of like a glass mug, so we'll just take like a lightish blue. Let's take the same red from his shirt, but then switch the hue to blue. And there we go. And we'll fill this with beer too. But I think I will do that on the Kegwin layer. Oh, I don't know if I can though, because it'll affect the overflow. Fuck it, let's give it a go, and we can always come back and change it if we don't like it later on. So we need a colour for the beer, which I think I've done on a different layer already. I can't remember. I think I did it on this layer, food. I did, yes. How did I colour this? With a nice dark yellow. Boonk. That's how. So make sure I'm back on Vincent's colour base layer. And he's filling up his glass with booze. Oh yeah. And we know that he's come in at a slant, so we'll just add that slant in. And the rest of it will be kind of covered up anyway, so I might add a quick amount of frothy head using the same colour. Oh no, where's Vincent gone? Vincent, where are you? There you are. Hello, Vincent. We'll add a bit of frothy head. But most of this should be covered up anyway, so I'm not even going to bother pouring it on top of. It's just to indicate where it goes next time, I think. Cool, looks good. Alright. Shading layers time then. Lovely jubbly. Let's twirl down all these so they're not as distracting. Let's turn everyone back on. We don't want that on in the food layer though, because that's the sketch. So we'll turn on everything else too. Bosh. I just find it helps, unless they're overlapping, I find it helps when colouring to have all the other bits on as well. So we've got Vincent Trench. Kegwin and Co needs to be above Vincent Trench. Good, so we can then hide them because they're a bit close. And we can add some colour to old Vincent. Got his colour base, got his stubble. This can be colour shade. I'm glad you like it, Ali. Number 2 looks better. He looks slick. Thank you, maybe Sharma. I agree. He looks pretty good. I'm happy with him. Time to add the shading. So for that we need soft light, and we need the same grey as the outlines. So we'll get that. There's our darkness. And we need to see where the light's coming. So we've got strong light coming from over here, and not so much over there. So he needs to be lighter on the back than he is anywhere else. We've got some reflected light bouncing back up off the floor as well. So basically a general that way direction for the light, I think. So with that in mind, let's take something like, let's do the color base layer and the line layer and the stubble and the other color base layer. There we go. So we've got a perfect outline of him now. And let's do something like this. That will definitely all need to be done because it's I definitely have light bouncing up off of the floor. That means his shoes are going to be darker on this side. So we'll darken up those shoes. And that bit too, but we also have a bit of reflective light off the edge. So that bit needs to be darkened. And if any of this looks too strong, we can of course always just reduce the opacity a bit. Okay, so I think around here we need a bit of a rim light, but then that bit would all be in darkness. This stuff would be light, but the rest of it be dark. Oh, this is dark. Bounce light off the bottom of his hand and the edge of the glass and the top of his arm. Everything else will be dark. Cool. Think I'm happy with that. Oh no. Wait. Yeah, no, that's fine. I thought I did it wrong then. But I didn't. We're all good. So we've got Vincent Trench's shading done. Just got to fill him in and then we can tweak it how we see fit. Could try just filling. Is that a perfect thing yet? Nope, it's not. That's why I don't like the paint bucket. You think you've closed up the shape and you haven't. You think you haven't closed up the shape and you have. There we go. It's a bit quicker. Most of the time it's just no good. Alright, dope. So, shading. How does that look? Not bad, eh? Not bad at all. Save. Oh, Andreas Susanto. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the live stream. And thank you so much for being a Tip Titan. Kadala, what's up, my friend? I think you've been here already, but hello again if not. I'm watching your live stream and eating your dinner. Nice. Guys. Beep Boop has come to join us. You coming in, Beep Boop? Come in, then. Hey, gorgeous girl. Everyone, it's Beep Boop. Ooh. Beep Boop. Who's that? Look up there, baby. No, you don't want to look up there. Look. We're live streaming. You're live right now on YouTube, baby. Mwah. Oh, you want to get down. You want to get down. That's it. You want to get down. Don't step on the keys. Oh, God. Oh, no. Beep Boop. I love you. She likes causing chaos. She's now going to put her fluffy butt. Beep Boop. Get your fluffy butthole out of the way. God damn it. Beep Boop. Good girl. Good girl. Love you. Oh, Beep Boop. Thank you for that, darling. Well done. She's a good girl, isn't she? Isn't she lovely, eh? Right. Okay. So that is the shade. It's because Emma's gone out now, you see, and she's taking the dog with her. So Phoebe likes to come out and explore. Color light layer then, overlay. And we want it with white. Oops, we did that wrong. No, we didn't. We just didn't switch the color. There's the overlay color. Lovely. Yeah. Ahmed. Wow. Jesus. Is that another $10? Jesus Christ. Not sure if these donations are coming through or not. Wish you all a lovely day. Wish me luck on my medical license exam next week. I've never... You're so generous, Ahmed. You really, really are. So very generous. And I wish you the best of luck on your medical license exam next week. Are you training to become like a GP? like a paramedic. Either way, incredible generosity and incredibly good luck, I wish you. You're a very generous man, Ahmed. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I wish you the best of luck on your course. You're going to make the world a better place. Nice. Alright, cool. We've got some real nice rim light coming through. Everyone wish Ahmed best of luck on his exam. You're going to smash it. I know you are. Sweet. So we've got his pipe, which is going to be glowing. We need to remember to add the glow to that. If I go away from Private Dick without adding glow to it, remind me that I'm being a dummy. We've got the edge of the glass too, so we'll just swing that up a little bit. And we'll swing this a little bit, and we'll edges of his knuckles. We'll also highlight his nose because we want that rim light from the pipe that he's smoking. So we'll also light up his hat a little bit too. Wicked. Pediatrician. Oh, nice. Good man. You'll absolutely smash it, I'm sure. And that looks bad. So we'll leave that in darkness. We'll light up his tie a little bit. And the edges of his trousers and the edge of this knee as well, just to bring out from the darkness a bit there. Undersides of his shoes and stuff. Well, that doesn't look too great. We'll just undo that until we get the bit that we want. Cool. I think that looks pretty good. The way we can add a bit of colour to these wrinkles is we go into the colour shade layer, and using our unaliased lasso tool, we just delete some of these shadows. Bish bash bosh. Alright, looks good. Before we add the overlay, however, I'm going to go one layer above it, and we're going to do the rim light, and then we'll do another layer above that, and we will do the glow from his pipe. The glow from his pipe. Ahmed is on some MVP business right now. What a boy, I know. Incredible generosity. Thank you so much, my friend. Really good luck on your exam. You'll smash it. Have a great journey ahead. That's great. It is great. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments and catching up. I sometimes get so caught up in the drawing I forget to read the comments. Ahmed, you're going to smash it. I know you are. And you're doing something incredible. I wish a lot more people were in the medical industry. I'm too scared to do anything important with my life, which is why I became a graphic designer. Because it doesn't matter if I cock up a graphic design in the grand scheme of things. Alright, so we've got the edges of his pipe glowing, the edges of his face from the pipe. Bam. And the reason we do that on another layer is that if we mess it up, we can highlight it easily. Wicked. So, how are we going to do this? I know how we're going to do this. We're going to take a nice, bright, glowing red and yellow. As bright as we can get it, but still be print safe. And we're going to draw ourselves a nice, reflective, glowing pipe. Like this. And that's on its own layer. Then we're going to go to duplicate that and hide the original. And we can go to outer glow. And we'll bring that onto the same window. Reduce the size down. And we'll make the colour somewhere between that red and yellow, I think. Nice. Now already that looks pretty good. Apart from it looks like he's smoking like actual flames. So what we'll do is duplicate that again. Hide this layer. Remove the layer style off of this. And on this one, the one with the glow on it, what we'll do is we'll take the fill opacity down to 0, which should leave the glow, but not show any of the actual colours. Then on the layer on top, we can go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Blur it by a few pixels. And bring up this opacity just a little bit. Bam. There you go. Save. Look. Oh, thank you. Maybe Sharma. Thank you so much. Matt, save the file. Thank you. The amount of times that we have cocked up because I haven't saved. Saved right now. Well done. Thank you, Maybe Sharma. Appreciate that a lot. Oh, man. Oh, man, indeed. All right, cool. So that is Private Dick. We just need to add the glow to him. So we'll do that now. So checking that's all in the same layer still, which it is. We get ourselves a nice rectangle tool again. Cover him up. Offset it so we can see just what in the heck we're doing. And we will see what colors are going to go inside here. So go to gradient. The black we want to be, I think we're going to want it to be actually like lighter here because we're going to turn it slightly to the side. And the other side will make this dark color. And we will just adjust it so that it's kind of going sideways but not completely. Boom. Like that. Nice. Now selecting all these layers underneath. Color base, stubble, color shade, light, line, rim light, and the glowing coals. We mask. Lovely job. And then we go to hard light, which looks, again, not great. Could we try and multiply? Just flick through these until you find one that you think works the best. Or maybe overlay in this case. No, let's stick with hard light for now. And again, just reduce until he looks like he's bedded in the world. And then you come back in. Oh, it's because I didn't make this guy bright enough over here. There you go. Make him a bit more yellow. Bosh. There we go. Good. So it's just a starting point, the original things. He looks a little bit embedded in the world there, which is nice. So we'll pump up that darkness a little bit. There you go. Bosh, bosh, bosh. All right, my friends. Private Dick has been added to the scene. Oh, you put the Spider-Verse suit in the Discord. You should check it out when you get a chance. I definitely will. After this live stream, I'll check it out. Good. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's check quickly the straw poll. Who is highest on the straw poll next? Okay, Private Dick is highest. We've done him. So, everyone, the pinned comment. Vote again who you want me to do next. Between all these characters, their names are on the straw poll. I will make all of them visible. And I'm going to get a quick cup of tea. We'll take a 60-second break so I can stretch my legs. Vote again in the straw poll for who you want me to draw next. Currently, Jolly Mustache Man is winning, but Keg Boys is only one vote behind. Okay? So let's see if we can either confirm Jolly Mustache Man or we can get Keg Boys to overtake him. The pinned comment is the link. I'm going to take a 6-second break to get a cup of tea and then we'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. I love you all. Thank you. See you in a bit. Hello. Hello, we are back. It's starting to come together, this, isn't it? It's starting to really come together. Let's take a look. Left to right. So we've got Jolly Mustache Man, Yumpo the Hippo, Sif the Barman, a couple of doppelganger twins, little worm on the floor, half gnome, Kegwin. Kegwin's looking good. I can't wait to draw Kegwin. Vincent Trench, however, is coming back to it right now, looking a tad too saturated. So we can just bloop, fix that like so. And here, fix that. He does have a glowing pipe, so it should be okay. I think that's fine. I'll probably be continuing to tweak anyway. And of course, another thing you can do is just add a adjustment layer to the folder. For example, hue saturation, clipping mask, just that, and you can just tweak the hue of the entire character to make him a little bit more orange. Bam, there you go, more embedded into the world. Awesome. Okay, let's take a look at the straw poll to see which character is up next. It's the Keg Boys. The Keg Boys with 7 votes. Equal now to Private Dick. So it's Keg Boys up next. And then if there's time after that, we'll be doing Jolly Mustache Man. So I'm glad that you guys picked Keg Boys, because that's who I wanted to draw. So I'm just going to pop that inside its own folder as well, so that it is not as distracting, and call it Vincent Trench. Because I can see myself accidentally moving that later on. So let's lock Mert. Have I drawn Mert? No, Mert is Jolly Mustache Man, I believe. He is, yes. But the beholder is done, so we can lock the beholder. And also, oh, the food is now done, so we can lock that. The notice is done. That's this public notice and Manchurian protocol, so we can lock that. Employee of the month is done, lock that. The broom is done, lock that. And that's it. That is it. Alright, so up next it is Kegwin and Co. So let's 12 down Kegwin and Co. I'm going to need to hide the doppelgangers. Boop. Yes, lovely job. And I'll also hide the little tiny manticore as well. Boop. There he is. Good job. The rest are going to be in front of Vincent Trench, so that's fine. So I will just hide the background. And we are good to go. Alright, cool. I'm going to leave Vincent Trench on, I think. Yeah, let's leave him on. But let's group up Kegwin's rough layers and drop their opacity. Let's definitely hide the beholder and the unicorn statue, so that's not distracting. And let's drop the opacity of Vincent Trench just temporarily. And lock that back up again. And we'll hide the main characters too. Where have they gone there? What is on layer 42? That is a good question. As far as I can tell, absolutely nothing. What if we just control click? No pixels. Yeah, okay. Delete. Get out of here. Oh, now my cat's moaning to go out. Beep boop. I was just letting you out the window, beep boop, when you said no. That's why I paused the video. Okay, please bear with me a moment, my friends, whilst I let beep boop out. I won't pause or anything. I'll just go pop it. Okay, great. That was really quick. I'm a quick boy. Good, good. So, Keg Boys. Kegwin is up next. I like their little schnoz pipe nose things. I think that works well. But I also think they need a little bit of character. You know? Like, Kegwin looks angry, sure. And the other Kegwins look inquisitive, sure. But they need just something, just a little bit extra. So let's see if we can't figure that out. But first of all, let's fucking draw Kegwin. Is it? Do they need, like, an iron band around their bellies? Because don't kegs have iron bands? To, like, keep the barrel from falling apart? Is that a thing? It's definitely a thing. We can give him like little handle holes. Maybe. Yeah? Yeah. It's Keg Boys, baby. Big old Kegwin. Maybe Kegwin needs like a mustache. I don't know that Kegwin needs a mustache. I don't think that's true. He does need big angry eyes though. Although whether these eyes should be like knots in the wood or something. But I kind of like the fact that they're just these big stupid cartoon eyes. So let's do that. Let's give him big stupid cartoon eyes. With big, stupid cartoon highlights. And we can give it like rivets where his nose has been attached. That is good. I like that a lot. And there's his schnoz, where the beer comes out. Give that some rivets too. Nice. Everything needs a mustache. I'm picturing like a mustache made of beer. I just don't know if... Does that suit him? Oh my god, that kind of suits him. Like the commander's mustache. Oh my god. I think he has to have it, doesn't he? Okay, yeah, he's got a mustache, sure. Why the fuck not? No one can tell me I'm wrong. Oh, oops. I did it wrong. Yeah, that looks great. Ali, you were right, my friend. Everything needs a fucking mustache. Although he needs to draw a better mustache than that if I'm going to give him a mustache. Then I must ask you a question. It needs to be like way more 3D. Perfect. Now I need a jet of water, or beer rather, spilling out into poor drunk Vincent's glass. Why is it not drawing there? What have I done? Oh, he's got a mask, but we can delete that layer mask now. That was just from the sketch phase before. So we've got all the foam bursting out over there. Hitting off the bar. Splashing around. into big globlets of beer. Before continuing to run down to the floor. Oh, and we're back at the start of our old playlist. Lovely job. Why is it so perfect, though? I don't know. I don't know, but it kind of is, isn't it? It's kind of like the mustache kind of just perfectly works. Maybe just Kegwin was born to have a mustache. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know if that's... Yeah, it needs to be more down there. That's fine. That's why we did it crunchy. So that we can grab all this with a nice simple lasso tool. Cut it out. Gosh, draw in the mustache wherever the hell we want. So the mustache comes up like this. Curls around. Gosh, that's much better. There we go. I wasn't giving him enough other side of the face mustache. And then when you zoom out, yeah, he's got like a big angry dad mustache. Kids, be quiet and eat your beer. Bush, bush. So there's a drunk Kegwin child down here that we have to draw next. But in the meantime, there's fucking Kegwin. We need to give him his big bushy eyebrows. He needs to have bushier ones if he's a dad. Perfect. He needs one over here as well. Bosh. Two big, proper bushy dad eyebrows. Although they need to be round on the bottom as well. Saving. Remembering to save. Nice. Dad bod Kegwin. Here to the rescue. Just making it so that his mustache doesn't touch the metal rim. I think that'll look a little cleaner. Same for over there. Yeah, nice. Cool, let's give him some planks. Kegwin. And I realised I just drew these like little cartoon legs, but the reason I drew the little cartoon legs is because I remembered they needed pipe legs. Obviously. Like their pipe noses. Just need to figure out how to draw their little pipe feet. Maybe like a ball. No, that doesn't look right. I think a ball foot. Like that. And then attached to that ball foot is like a cap. Kind of like that. There you go. Little robot legs. Ganesh Sharma, welcome to the live stream, my friend. Peter Whitfield says it's looking sick. Thank you, my friend. Little robot legs. I like those. So we got one little robot leg. You definitely need to see his other one, or at least with a corner of it. From behind the beer. There we go. That looks good. Right, so there's his little robot legs. And now we've got smaller, like, baby kegs. Down here. I forget what the top of there. I did give them like little holes to pop their lids off. And these guys don't have mustaches or eyebrows. They're just little baby kegs learning from Daddy Keg how to be drunk. So they've got like the same noses. This is amazing. Loving Kegwin and his mustache. Well, thank you very much, Mike West. I think we made the right choice to give Kegwin a mustache, didn't we? He looks great. And he's teaching his kids how to be drunk. Which is, you know, questionable. But in a race of animated keg creatures, that's probably considered good parenting. Should they have like... I don't know if they should have a little baby... thin baby barrel... bars. It's Bubby Kegwin. Have I tried using Blender's grease pencil for animation? I have not, but there's a guy I follow called Deduze. I don't know, but he does, and it's great, and it looks awesome. I definitely intend to check it out. I just haven't done it yet because I haven't had the time. But I imagine it's effing dope. Because I love Blender, and I use the Blender to make the background for this. So short answer is no, but I am aware of it, and I imagine it is awesome. Look at their little feet. Boom. Baby Kegwin. Papa Kegwin and Baby Kegwin. Just a couple more. Drawing the river of beer. Needs to be more splashes down there as well to remind me. Nice. This one should be fairly simple. My beard looks badass. What, Kegwin's beard or my beard? Either way, thank you. It's definitely filling in a bit. I haven't trimmed it in a while. It's getting pretty big around the chin area. Sahibreets Kahur, apologies if I completely butchered that pronunciation, says this is amazing, keep going the same way. Thank you so much, I definitely will. I'd love to do more stuff like this. Obviously I haven't got a lot of like commissions to do it, but if anyone wants to commission me to draw their Dungeons and Dragons character, get in touch. But yeah, I'd happily do more like Photoshop art streams on the channel, 100%. 100%. This guy's got little stubby butt legs. Does he need to go up a bit? Am I drawing in too close to the edge of the scene? These little feet. Little feetses. There you go. Perfect. Nice one, baby Kegwin. You're learning bad habits. And now it's time for drunk Kegwin. He's the oldest sibling. He's irresponsible. He doesn't want to stick at the pub looking after his younger brothers, so he gets drunk. On his own juices. And you should never get high on your own supply. And that is why he has fallen over on his butt. It's important to understand the decisions behind these characters, you know? Oh, thank you, Tejas. I've always thought you looked like Tom Walker. Who's Tom Walker? Is that a compliment? I don't know if that's a compliment. Tom Walker. The singer? Oh, thanks. Yeah, he's got a nice beard. Nice beard and a beanie? Sure, I'll take that. Thanks, man. All the beer spilling out of this poor drunk Kegwin. This one's a banger. We love it. Okay, now here's the dilemma, right? Because he's got big cartoon cross eyes. I kind of want them to look like they're not actually connected, as if... like it's a spell that's cast these eyes. Does that look okay? I think that looks okay. Like within context. Because they overlap his like features a little bit, but I think I'm happy with that. I think I like it overlapping those features a bit, you know. Yeah, that's better. Nice. So there is the final Kegwin's body. I'm just gonna draw his little feet back there now. Tejas P, you missed the emotes. Yeah, sorry man, members only emotes, I'm afraid. Like if I had a choice, I'd let people who signed up once just have access to them forever, but that's not something I can control, unfortunately. Rest assured, if I had power over it, then it'd be a one and done deal. But hey, if you can become a member again, that'd be great. If not, no drama. It's all good, baby. There you go. There's Kegwin, drunk Kegwin. What a silly drunk boy. Hey, Chill Bill, how's it going, man? Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good. I certainly am. It's been a lovely, relaxing live stream so far. And I think that is the line work for Kegwin done. Oh my god, he looks so good. Fucking Kegwin. What a boy. Oh yeah, Kegwin. He reminds me, do you know what he reminds me of? Okay, look at Kegwin. Look at fucking Kegwin and tell me he doesn't remind you of King Bob-omb from Super Mario. Oh my god, Kegwin. What a boy. What an absolute boy, Kegwin, you legend. He might be my favourite character now. Oh my god, Ahmed! Welcome to the TipTut zone! You're on fire today, you absolute fucking legend. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Congratulations on becoming a Tip Titan. That's like 3 donos and a membership. What an effing boy. Thank you so much, Ahmed. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the TipTut zone. And thank you for your incredible bouts of generosity today. I really appreciate it. And you know what? Kegwin appreciates it too. God damn it, Kegwin. Why are you absolutely so brilliant? Alright, now that we've done the line work, we can bring Vincent Trench back from the afterlife, fill in his colour once more, and lock him off again. And then we can start doing the colour base for Kegwin and co. Forgot about membership too. Ahmed, man, thank you so much. You crack me up, and also you're so generous. Thank you. Alright, wicked. Here we go. We need brown. I think I'm going to nick some colours from Vincent Trench. And here's why. A, because I want to. But B, because I need that brown, y'all. I need that heckin' brown. I'll just pop some brown over here. And I need the beer colour to make sure that's the same. So we'll need that beer. And I need this foam colour. So we'll nick that. And the rest I think can be unique, but maybe we'll just take that dark for the steel, perhaps. So we'll pop all these. What's layer 45? What does that do? Yeah, we want layer 45 on. We want you on. And we want you on. Nice. We can close down Vincent Trench once more. And on colour base, we've got our palette to work from, which is dope. You're part of the inner circle now, Ahmed. Yeah, immediately pumping that pain emoji. Yeah. We save that pain emoji for when the software inevitably crashes and we lose hours and hours of work. So don't you go start throwing that round all willy-nilly, okay? Because it summons forth Adobe's wrath and causes us to crash. But welcome to the family, my friend. Welcome to the family. I'm like the Italian mafia. Alright, Kegwin. Let's do this. Kegwin and co. I think I'm going to give him a white mustache. Like an old, grizzly old man mustache. But maybe these guys are going to have gold legs as if they were like brass. That could look cool. Yeah, this works for the mustache. That's 100% mustache colour right there. Heckin' Kegwin. I'll also colour his eyes like this too. And we can again come back and add like the highlights and stuff. But I think we need like this gold for for the leg bones, for the leg like welds, and then like a more brassy colour for the actual leg bones, because then that'll separate them from the beer. So we could do something like that, and we can come back and tweak this if it doesn't work. Definitely, which I think we will in a moment, but that's right, Punit Prakaresh, we're doing Dungeons and Dragons characters today, my friend. This is Kegwin. He's an animated keg that serves people beer at the bar. And next to him is Private Dick Vincent Trench. Right, let's take that orange because I'm not thrilled with it. And we can go to image adjustments, hue saturation, colorize, oversaturate, lighten up, make it golder. That's more like it. Yeah, baby, that's more like it. Something like that. Something like that. That'll do nicely. Alright. Do I want... What do I want? He's got gold shooting out of his schnoz. He's got slightly darker gold legs. What colour are his eyeballs going to be? His eyelids. Are they going to be the wood colour? Does that make sense? Like the colour of the wood. No, they need to stand out more, don't they? Maybe by being darker? No, they need to be the same colour as here. He's all beer, baby. Hey, yeah, that is good. I like that a lot. His eyebrows, though, need to be the same colour as his mustache, obviously. What race is he? He's an animated keg. I don't know if that's an official race. But there's plenty, when we zoom out in a minute, you'll see there's plenty of official races. D&D races in here. We're just working on the one which is, I imagine, home brewed at the moment. I want to make their belly like this dark band of grey. Like it's an iron band. Then that will separate it a bit from the gold as well. We need our beer colour. The only issue is now, of course, that the beer's spouting out a nozzle that is the same colour, but I don't think that's a massive issue, is it? Yeah, so you can see there's loads of official race characters in this diorama that we're doing. Dragonborns, Gobbos, Half-Elves, Yumpos, Spirits. What breed is Yumpo? I can't remember. Oh, excuse me, I'm very tired. He's part of the Anikeg kingdom. I don't know if that's real, but I kind of love it. Ale, ale, I drink like a whale. I am the prince of ale. Frothy, frothy beer. Frothy, frothy, frothy beer. Spilling all over into the mug. Getting all over poor Vincent Trench. He's pilfering straight out of Kegwin's nose. Kegwin's snot. That's what he's drinking, essentially. I think we're going to have to slightly change the colour of his legs and casings, because down here it's just going to look like the same colour. And that's really no good. So we can colour in the old Puddle-O beer. Like this. And we'll just do it roughly. Boop. See, because there's so many legs that cross over with the beer there that we're going to have to change. I mean, I don't know, they're darker. Ooh, I don't know, what do you guys think? I made a keg and a keg. I mean, you say it's a bad joke, but there's lots of D&D races that are named like that. You know? Like, or they sound like that's how they were named, like Bullywug. That's the frog race. Which makes sense. You want to ask a question, what's the point? What do you mean, what's the point? What's the point of anything? God, I can't help you there. What's the point of this? It's a commission. I was paid to make this. To celebrate a Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Someone has paid me to make this. Cool, they look good. Let's take these colours down here. Yeah, that's too big a question to answer in one screen. What's the point of life? Yeah, that's a pretty big one. We exist only as a way for the universe to experience itself. There you go. Solved it. Oh yeah. Baby Kegwin. The meaning of life is to laugh and have fun at the expense of baby Kegwin. Man, if I had one more emoji spare, I would give it the face of Kegwin. In fact, I think I'll do that. We love Kegwin. Kegwin's the new channel mascot. He's going to start appearing on all the live streams, on all the tutorials. It's fucking keggers. Josh, man. You crack me up. Always on that hype train, aren't you, mate? Alright, dope. I'm gonna need to put a little bit of beer. Just put a little bit of beer inside this hole. Nice. Alright. Kegwin and his bros are coming together quite nicely. Let's give him some eye boils, first of all. Need that blue background so I can see where I've painted correctly or not. Nice. Pop them on. And then it was the couplers that had the lighter colour, wasn't it? Yes, so we can just let all them in. And on this guy too. Nice. 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 Tight. Cool, cool, cool. He had here on his knees and his feet. Bish bash bosh. And then the darker colour. Cool. Alright. Kegwin and his co are pretty easy to colour in. Pretty simples. Pretty chill, which is good, because this is the chill TipTut zone. This is what we do here. So we've done 3 characters today. We've done the Beholder, we've done Vincent Trench, the private dick. And we've done Kegwin and Co. Which ain't a bad little collection, if you ask me. Maybe these are hollow tubes and like what we're seeing is the beer going through them. Like bloop, 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 rather than pipes. I'll let you guys decide. What you think the vibe is. Okay, last little bit and then we're onto the shading. Cool. Nice, Kegwin and Co. Proper job. These guys will come to life when we have the shading for sure. So that's good that we're moving on to that. Colour dark, we'll call this, or colour shade. I can't remember what I have been calling it. I think colour shade. Colour shade, we grab our dark grey, we change it to soft light, and we paint, which is nice. I'm all in for the Kegwin arc. Kegwin boys, make it a Discord emoji. Yeah, I definitely will after the stream. Oh my god, there's some deep shit going on in the chat, and here I am just drawing what essentially is keg danguses. Stop turning my chill stream existential, alright? Kegsistential. Kegsistential! Oh, I love Kegsistential. We're having a Kegsistential crisis. Alright, let's turn on the fucking background and see how I need to shade these boys. Alright, well, we need to shade them. I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore. Fucking Kegsistential. Man, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that a lot. I think he needs a little rim light on the left. And then more on the right. But other than that, he's in shadow, isn't he? Let's be honest. Kegwin lives in the shadows. He needs a shiny butt. And otherwise dark legs. I think the beer stream, I'm just going to make it a bit more liquidy. I'm not going to have any hard blocks of shading or anything like that. We're just going to bring in some of this. Nice one, Kegwin. Oh, we need to have it bounce, definitely, some of the shade over here into the mug. We're having a keg experience. Fucking Kegsistential really got me. Really tickled me. Oh my god. Okay, so there's a lot of objects here, so I need a second to just to take all this into account. That's gotta be dark. That bit's got to be dark. All that's got to be dark. That inner bit's definitely got to be dark. All of this inner bit. And the little rim light bit there. That helps too. Like that, which is good. This is quite a heavy shade though, so we may have to reduce the opacity of this a bit. If he lives in the shadows, does that mean he serves stout? Ah, my wife and dog have returned. Existential, man. That really got me. Oh, I gave you like a proper belly laugh. Well done. Okay, so we've got highlights coming in from the edge of the character here. We'll definitely be cutting some bits out of this shadow because it's otherwise pretty intense. I think it'd be too intense otherwise. But it would mostly be in shadow because it's on the floor. Surrounded by all sorts of stuff. So I don't think it's a bad thing. So we'll definitely try and keep some of the ripples because they're going to be pouring off of the actual beer. And we'll keep a big old highlight on this side to keep things looking separate. And then the rest we'll just try and colour in the darker beer colour, I think. Like that. Maybe, oh god. Maybe like where he's standing, you could have a little highlight. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, so. One thing is those eyes are way too dark, right? I think. Yeah, and that fixes Vincent Keg. So, let's just... Here's what we do. Let's cut out the top of his mustache, because that makes sense. Let's cut out the edge of this pipe, because that makes sense. Ding! Gives him a bit of a highlight. And then let's add some light on top. Color, light, mode, overlay, brush that we need, save, remember to save, and we want white for some lovely overlays. Okay, so this is how we bring back some of the light on this beer and stuff. So we're not actually going to clip this to the edge of Kegwin because we need it to interact with Vincent a little bit as well. So this would actually make Vincent go crazy if Vincent's lighting go crazy if we added this just willy-nilly. So we need to be careful how we apply this, but this is where a lot of the shine on the metal is going to come through and stuff like that. You know, dots for the rivulets, highlights on the eyebrows. This is where it's going to start looking like metal. Texture on the wood. So you can see that just adding shadows really isn't enough. You've got to have that mixture of different levels of colour and light to make it look decent. I hesitate to say good. We're done with Kegwin? I think maybe. Yeah, Kegwin's looking pretty dope. We're done with Kegwin. Let's go to Kegwin and Co. There's a nice highlight on the barrel. Oh, I forgot to colour in his little belly. I forgot to give this guy a little belly. Alright, let's fix that. We need the line work. Boop. For this guy's little belly rim. And I need that grey colour too. Hey Tim, welcome back, my friend. We've come a long way. Yeah, we've done Vincent Trench, and now we're working on Kegwin. Kegwin and his little keg friends. I need to make sure I'm drawing on the right layer though, that would probably help. I'm really excited to see how these guys look with the lighting adjusted and all that lovely stuff. Cool, so we've got the beer coming down. Pretty sure I'm happy with all of the light up here. We got the reflection on the legs and stuff too. So we get a bit of rim light where he's sitting on the desk. Excuse me. Cool. All right, let's work on these little Kegwins. But first, let's save. Okay. Highlights on these barrels. Nice. Big old highlights on this side because that's where the light's flooding in. So you want big, big, big highlights on these legs. Just absolutely massive ones. Highlights on the pole going through into the darkness there. And all along these legs too. Definitely all the way there. Edge of this barrel needs to be very bright, and we can blend that dark section in too. Bring some detail into this wood. And into the edges of these barrel sections. Big old highlights on the bronze copper legs or whatever material they're going to be. And save before it crashes again. As an idea for the Discord, I can post it in there too if you like. Could we have a voice channel for drawing sessions with the Tip Titans? Yeah, absolutely. We can add voice channels. Do post it in there so that I can remember to add that channel. But yes, 100%. That's a great idea. I love it. You guys can hang out, draw with each other. Should be fun. Great idea, Tim. Alright, nice. This is coming along. I think I want to add one more level of light, though. For the beer specifically. But we haven't actually done rim lights yet, so that might fix my problem. So I'm just going to finish the colour and then we'll worry about that extra layer if we need it. Because thinking about it, I'm not sure we will if we've got rim lights. A bit of reflection there. And on our interior barrel, I will add just a little bit of detail in here. If only so that it makes the darkness inside look even stronger. Yay. And I'm also tempted, really quite tempted, to add a new layer on top. And see if white mean, we could just make these highlights, but do they look better? No, they look kind of weird. That's okay, because his eyes are shut, so that's fine. Let's make this the rim light layer then. Control click the lines. And we know that there's loads of light coming in from the right, so that's where the rim's going to be. What brushes do I use for Avox Hill? I use... These ones are Kyle T. Webster's manga brushes. If you search Kyle T. Webster brushes, they'll come up. He's like a massively popular artist. You'll have no trouble finding him. And these brushes are great. Really great. I love them. Absolutely love these brushes a lot. Definitely want all the edges on this beer to be white. Which, just looking at it, is pretty much going to solve that darkness issue that I was just worrying about. So that's great. So we'll just highlight all these edges. Bum, 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 bum. Coming all the way around here like this. Lovely job. Oh, this song's freaking me out a little bit. I'm going to switch to the next one. Edges of Kegwin there. This edge is of baby Kegwin. Now I'm torn down here as to whether it needs rim light, but let's give it a go and see what happens. Kegwin's eyes, I think, are going to look weird if there's no other rim light near it, so I'm going to add some. And then we'll see if that helps make the fact that his eyes are white look a bit more realistic. Yes, it does. Alright, and there is Kegwin and Co. I think that's a little bit too much around the knees, so we'll just get rid of some of that. In fact, I can probably just lasso, because we're on that one layer. Let's lasso all that rim light, delete it, and try again. We're on the edge of the pipe, 100%. His foot down here, definitely. Maybe just the edge of this top leg. Yes, good. I'm glad you think it looks amazing, Al. I'm really happy. Mr. Mizushimi, hello and welcome to the live stream. It's good to see you. Very ominous chill song. Yeah, I've skipped that one. It spoops me. It makes me spooked. Let's move that out of the way. Let's whack save. Oh, I've just realised I haven't done this crest in the background, nor have I done this crest over here actually, so that's fine. I thought I'd done all the background stuff, but I had not. Right, so final layer then. We need this light reflection thing first. Now, actually, we want this to be really similar to Vincent Trench's, don't we? So I'm going to just duplicate that layer with Control J and pop it over. And if I delete the layer mask, that'll give me a rectangle, perfect rectangle, that I can just stretch to fill Kegwin and Co. And it is already on hard light mode, so we can already see what the end result will be, which I like a lot. So I'm just going to grab all of this. I'm just going to hit mask, boop, and there we go. Looking pretty good. All right. I think that's Kegwin and Co. done. Let's lock them off. Let's turn all of the finished stuff on. So let's turn everything on. And let's save and take a look at what we've got so far. You guys ready? Oh yeah, baby. That looks really good. That looks really, really good so far. I'm in love with this a lot. Ali, you lovely human being, funded £10 Had a great time on this stream seeing my imagination visualized in real time. Oh, well. Hey, man. That's what I'm here for. Thank you so much. Right, we've got half an hour left. And my back really hurts. So, let's check quickly what the straw poll is. Because I think I can get one of these characters done in time. One of the simpler ones. So, I'm going to do... wow, Ali. Really generous of you, man. Thank you so much. Okay, you get to choose out. You can have MF Doom. Okay. Or you can have the two crests. The smiley man with the wings and the shield. So the two shield crests or MF Doom to finish off today. What is the response there? Is this poster going to be used for anything specific? Yes, it's a commission piece for a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. So, yes, hopefully it's going to be printed, which would be crazy. But so, Ali, both crests or MF Doom? I think MF Doom, right? You probably want MF Doom. Now, what generosity we have seen. Whatever is exciting me more. Okay. Well, definitely MF Doom, because I love him. So let's do that. Let's hide a few layers and get cracking. Genasi couple, get out of here. Main characters, get out of here. Logo, Blood Sigil, Twilight, Umberly Wine, Manticore, Employee Month, Notice, Broom, Food, Window Fog. Oh, Window Fog's done too. Let's lock that. Doppelgangers, Chuck, Manshoon. That's who we need. We need Manshoon. Hide the hairdresser for now. That one's going to be fun. And I'm just hiding everything because it makes A, seeing stuff a lot easier, but B, it stops the computer from lagging quite so much. Okay, Manshoon, here we go. Let's group up his guide layer, drop the opacity on that, pop a new layer on top called line. Bring up my right colors, get my brush at 7. Lovely. Do whatever you're feeling, do it, MF Doom. I forget that there's like a massive lag of like 30 seconds between me and the chat. So that's why I ask questions like 20 times. Yeah, a tribute for the legend, indeed. MF Doom was... Man, he was good. He brought a lot of joy to a lot of people's lives. He was a ridiculous lyricist. Nice. Okay, so we're trying to add details to this as we go. But MF Doom's, this Manshoon looking dude, he's pretty simple, so. I think I want him to have some kind of glowing eyes. So we'll try and do that a little bit. But otherwise it's just going to be a man in a dark robe with a mask on. There we go. That looks okay. Then we've got the table. And we've got the underside too. Coming all the way down. And resting there. So I'm going to have to colour that in, but I've been doing... I'll just check. But when like Yumpo or whatever has been behind the table, I'm fairly certain I haven't given them lines there. No, I haven't. Okay, good. I will continue in that vein with Manshoon. Cool. Super simple lines, which is good sometimes. I think I'm going to give him a dark green cloak, because that's the colour cloak that Doctor Doom has. And Doctor Doom is based, or MF Doom is based on Doctor Doom. So that'll look good. Could you have his wand or staff leaning on the table? Yes, absolutely. I can give him a little staff behind. What does the staff look like? Like a... Oops, I'm still in green. What does the head of the staff look like? Explain that to me. It's leaning up on the wall behind him. Yeah, Animation Station, welcome back. You missed me drawing and colouring a whole bunch of kegs. So if you're interested in watching that, you'll have to watch the VOD. But other than that, you didn't miss much excitement. I will leave the top of his staff until you tell me what it looks like. Snake's head. There we go. Easy peasy. Looks like the derpiest snake. I'm going to draw it like Jafar. Jafar's like cobra headed. Like that. It's going to have little fangs. It's going to have little triangular eyes. And it's going to have a tongue that curls up on itself. Or maybe perhaps the tongue that comes down. I feel like it comes alive, right? It definitely comes alive. So it can have a curly tongue. Yeah, that looks fine. I like that. What does a cobra's like head look like? Cobra. Cobra head. Yeah, kind of like that. No, not like that at all. I'm terrible. Let me grab a reference image. That is a good reference image right there. Let's pop that down there as a reference. Let's try that again. So come up. Like this. And you'd have big old fangs. Coming down like that. And then you could give him a little belly. Little snake belly. There you go. Little snake eyes. A little snake tongue. There you go. There's your snake cane as per requested. And let's give this guy some colour. So, dark green robe, I think, like Doctor Doom. And we'll try and do it accurately now, just to the edge of the table. Like so. just so I don't have to think about it. Nice. Okay. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Pew. Nice. And nice. See, that's another reason I love this brush so much on dissolve mode, is it gives you these super crispy edges, which I love stylistically, but also means that when you use the paint bucket, it actually bloody works. Which is such a rare thing. I think his staff should be of a slightly different green, like more metallic. Like that. And then we'll make the back of his head the same green. That looks good. Nice. While we're here, we'll quickly give him some very light fangs. And a nice dark red mouth. Wicked. Alright. So we need a super dark green, like almost black basically. You're right there. Did look good. Looking incredible as of now. Thank you so much. Got to start colouring in this guy's recesses in his cloak. In fact, it's so dark I might as well make it the same grey as the line work. That. And we'll make, let's have green be this guy's theme, so he'll just be dressed in various spooky shades of green. Is he human? Yeah, I mentioned he was human. Maybe he's, I don't want every human in this to be white though, so let's make him African American. Seeing as he may look like MF Doom. How's that for a skin tone? Yeah, that's okay. Nice and warm. And his mask should be like the bluish grey of magical steel. So very light or very... Yeah, that's a good colour. Nice. Okay. What colour should his teeth be? Should we make them as if they're like the human teeth? Yeah, that looks great. Yes, MF Doom. What are you doing? Okay, sweet. Colour shade it is then, boys. Get rid of you. Colour shade. TipTut's gone Super Saiyan. Thanks, man. That makes me feel good. I just need to remember to keep saving, otherwise I freak out. Wicked. Oh, this shading is going to look great. Alright, let's grab that colour base. And the line. Nice. So he's got light coming down directly above him, which is going to actually put him in quite a large amount of light as opposed to shadow compared to the rest of the characters. So his face is going to be in shadow. Definitely. Because let's face it, he's hiding. But we will do like a nice little, oops, a nice little rim light here. Ding. And then pretty much we know the light's coming from that way. All of this, regardless, down here is going to be in shadow because it's under the table. So that's all dark. We can have a rim light here because it's out from under the table, but the rest will be dark. Okay. Well, that does now look weird without the rim light there, so let's add in that. Okay. Same thing for the staff. It's got like heavy light coming on it from the other side, so let's just have just the belly of the staff be in shadow. Why don't I set autosave? I do, I just don't trust it. I set autosave for like 15 minutes on all of my projects. But there have been times when it doesn't trigger. And that pisses me off. So I save manually as well. All that stuff's in shade too. Top of his arm, back of his hand. Nice. Motherfucking Doom. Okay, so let's cut out a few places. I want underneath his eyes to have some shine. As well as two tiny bits under his nostrils. And we can cut in some detail here. And as well on the fingers, just a little bit of detail, I think. Nice. That looks good. So now we can go to color light. Flip it. Turn it to overlay mode. And he is sitting directly under a light, so we're going to have a lot of rim light bouncing off him. So we'll, oops. First of all, mask by selecting, control clicking these two layers. Color base and line work. Yeah, like maybe Shama said, autosave is on, but we have experienced the curse of he who shall not be named in the past. And it causes me great pain. Okay, so we've got a nice bit of lighting here, and I just want to add in some... Oh no, I'm drawing this on the wrong layer. Oh no. Oh dear, quick. Oh no, hopefully I've got enough undos. Oh god. Have I got enough undos? Please. Please let me have enough undos. Oh, I do, thank god. That's more like it. There we go. Okay. Not making that mistake again. This character came together instantly and it's fire. Oh, thanks, man. Because he's simple. Why do you think so many of my Dungeons and Dragons characters wear robes? Because it's easy as shit to draw. Ooh. Toffiolo. Did you guys hear my dog freaking out? Protect the house, dog. Protect the house. It's hilarious watching this tiny chihuahua like bark at dogs that walk by, and they're these huge fucking animals. It just cracks me up every time. Oh yeah, so now we've got the extra super duper highlights under this character's eyes and stuff, which is great. Yeah, that looks lovely. It's funny how it all works when you draw on the right layer, isn't it? Sweet. Well, like I said, this character, nice and easy to draw. He looks pretty dope. I think he might be one of my favourites. Look how good he looks. Oh my god. Thank you for the pain, Josh Colon. That's a lot of emojis of my scrunched up face. Ali, Phoebe is asleep looking out the window whilst Toph protects the house. But I appreciate the concern for Beep Boop. Okie dokie. Just in time then. Oh no, I've turned touch off. That's no good. Just in time. With only 10 minutes remaining. We can add the rim light to Manchun. And then we can add his graphic gradient overlay. And he's sitting directly under a light, so he's going to have loads of it bouncing off his edges. Like this. Even under the table. Definitely off the side of his staff. And winking up like the eyes of and the teeth. We'll have it around the edges of his hand. And 100% on his mask, because that would definitely reflect the light. Ding! Nice. It's a little bit bold, but we'll see what the gradient overlay does to it. If not, we can reduce the opacity of that directly. So, big old rectangle over MF Doom. Let's push it out of the way. And let's fill it with a gradient. So the dark one we want to be really dark, because it's going to be under the table. And the light one we want to be really light, so we'll try and nab, yeah, something like that, which is good. Grab all of the colours underneath. Lovely. Mask him out. Hard light. Bosh. Ho 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 ho. That looks pretty dope. Let's reduce it a bit, obviously. Bring some of that colour back in. Oh yeah. MF Doom, baby. There he is. What a legend. What a boy. Okay. Let's take a look at everyone we have finished in this pub so far. And everyone that is left to be done. So, finished, we have got Sif, the bartender. Yumpo, the chef. A small worm enjoying a beer on the floor. A unicorn statue. A beholder creeping out in the background. Vincent Trench, Private Dick. Kegwin and Co. drinking beers. Manchun, the evil wizard. Some fog on the window, what looks a little bit like a dragon. A bunch of food with a posh pastrami sandwich. A broom of flying hiding up in the rafters. A notice on the wall talking about the Manchun protocol. Sif's Employee of the Month plaque in the background. A small manticore on the floor drinking the beer. A bottle of Umberly wine, which I'm going to move now that we've added Manchun's staff in there. So we'll just grab the Umberly wine and maybe we'll stick it right here instead. As well as the Umberly wine. We have a message about the Twilight verse on the wall. We have a sigil of blood in the background. We have the Knights of Troll Skull logo. And that is it. That is quite a lot though. And when you bring in all the other characters that we haven't done yet. Oh, with the Genasi couple, I did them. That is a lot of characters to go. But it is coming together nicely. That was a good first session of this stream. I really enjoyed it. Kegwin is the best. I love Kegwin. Let's have a close-up look at everything we've done. So this is looking real nice. Real nice. The worm. I love the little worm drinking his spilt beer. I love that. I love the beholder. Kegwin is a legend. I love the private dick. There's a little manticore down here. Although looking at him now, he definitely needs a highlight or two. So I will add him in. Let's unlock him there. I did the color light, but I didn't do... Oh, where's his... I called lines rough because I'm dumb. So he looks weird because I haven't done the rim light, which shows you how important these little layers are. So if we quickly give him a bit of rim light there. And again, it's not white because it's affected by that gradient palette, which is, again, very important. So give him a bit of a rim light. Oop, like that. Nice, there you go. Looks much better already. Nice. After the manticore, oh, we've got the broom up in the ceiling. Bloom of Frying. Got a symbol in the background. A whole bunch of characters we haven't done yet. And we've got MF Doom and the two Genasi couples, which is quite an achievement. So let's save that. Well, this was a lovely stream. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for all the incredible donations and memberships and things today. That's been incredibly generous of everyone. 3 out of 5 members for February as well, which is great. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it, everyone, for coming by. We'll maybe be back to this next week, or maybe something different next week. It depends on what people want to see. People seem to really enjoy this one, though, so maybe we'll do it next week again as well. We can have another vote for which characters we want to draw then. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next week for another live stream. And on Monday, we've got a cool video coming out, which is about adding texture to your motion graphics and animations. So make sure you watch that too. Right, love you. Have a lovely weekend. Goodbye, everyone. Go in peace.